For most business owners, the basic thing they should care about in their business is growth. Like how fast you're growing, what kind of customers you're getting, and yada, 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 yada. Sounds very simple, right? But in reality, of course, we all know that there's so many issues you face. The biggest one that I noticed when working with different digital businesses, doesn't matter what it is, it can be like an AI app, it can be like a data broker, or simply, I don't know, like some online course, is that their messaging is not consistent. Everything is kind of in chaos. So the first thing you should always do, like even if you've been doing marketing for your business for years, is you should make a strategy. Like you can revisit your current strategy, you can change it completely. Like especially if you are changing your product, your strategy should evolve with your product at the same time. Another thing is when you go, I don't know, to your website, to your social media, what are the main problems that people have that you are showing them, that you're telling them about? It doesn't have to be like talking about your product, about your business, what they're doing. You should talk about problems. You should put your customers in the first place, like their feelings, their problems, like anything, but not yourself. Like you're not the center of the universe. Like some companies can do that sometimes if it's done in the right way. For example, probably Apple can be put there like this. Like people love Apple just because it's Apple. But even if you go to their website and look what they're talking about like emotions, people, their lives, how their products is solving like some problems in their like daily life. So that's what you should do in a similar way. I know Apple is like a bad example, but you get the idea. Sometimes even if you keep the marketing channels the same, if you actually revisit your strategy and think, okay, so by our strategy we should, for example, um get bigger market share by being like, I don't know, more relevant to the problem. Like we should focus on the biggest problem the customer has and solve it like perfectly. This is just an example. And then you revisit your messaging and you see, okay, like our headline or like social media bio or whatever, or our advertising messages are about some random bullshit. So you probably should pay like the most attention to it. Like you should test it, test, A/B test, whatever you can do to find like the core message that you should care about. And here I will show you some examples of what it can be, what you can care about. So you can also like look it up online, see some companies that you like that you can put as an example. It doesn't have to be from the same niche or like your competitors, just like look around and see what you can find. And after you fix your messaging and your strategy, another thing is like actually seeing if the traffic, if the people you're getting are the people with this problem. So if you're getting like a lot of customers and you change the messaging or you're changing your website and the conversion rate is not really changing, there's probably an issue. Like, even if it's staying the same, like if you change the website completely or something else, and your conversion rates are the same, there can be a number of issues that you're facing. For example, maybe your marketing is actually not working and people are coming from, I don't know, word of mouth, and they do not care what you say. They just want to like get the product, buy it, and like leave it and whatever. That's actually like what is happening in a lot of cases, that people are just like going there buying it not because of your marketing but because they are just using the word of mouth, which is like the most powerful thing you can ever like dream of to have, like for people to come to you without any marketing, basically zero spend on marketing and just like insane customers. Some people give example of Tesla, probably, that they don't spend money. Okay, they didn't use to spend money on marketing and they were like having like insane sales. They were using other channels, like they were not using paid ads, of course, but they still had marketing. A lot of video games have like marketing departments with no ads. Like for example, a lot of people talked about Silk Song having like, I think a marketing director or something, and like nobody ever heard of like Suk Song beside from other people and some buzz that they created. Creating this buzz is also part of marketing. Anyways, so let's say you fix your strategy, you fix your messaging, then you figure out who the customer is and like why they're actually there. This is also like super important. You should probably like now understand how to grow from here. You should check your marketing spendings and like how much you should spend. And for that, you can use lifetime value to customer acquisition cost ratio to see like how much you should actually spend. And then you scale this number if needed. You check like what's influencing it, and then you can grow faster. So basically, growth is not as simple as it sounds. Like some businesses, of course, have like one clear marketing channel that they're just abusing to the maximum of what they can do with it. But you can still sometimes get more. Like even if it's good, you can probably get better results. Probably you can satisfy your, I don't know, shareholders, investors, whoever it is, by doing just a little bit more than it is. Like don't stagnate, because often what happens, your marketing channels are gonna burn down. Like there's gonna be a change in the algorithm, change in some laws, whatever. So you should always explore some other marketing options, because there's always something that's not gonna work forever. Like you're running some ads, sooner or later you need to change the creative, change the messaging, because people are just getting tired of your ads. Or if you're doing some PR, it also gets old like super fast. Always explore different things. So here on the screen, you can see the top ideas from this video that I wanna like get to you. And I think there's always something to explore in marketing. You should always be up to date, because marketing in the biggest sense is kind of like news. There's always something new, and you should like abuse these differences, these updates in the world, in the industry, to your profit. Like you should know how to actually use the things around you to boost your marketing.